7:05 right here on today's hit music. It's Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake, and you hanging out on a Thursday morning. Yes, Thursday, March 6th. Closer to that Friday. Let's go, everybody. A little different than the weather yesterday, Lauren. Slightly.
It's a bit chillier. I had to bust out the turtleneck today.
Yeah, no, I was like, wow. I prepared. I got one of my thicker hoodies today because I was like, man, it's gonna be like 20. I'm used to the 60s, so that's gonna feel even colder than normal.
It's gonna bounce back, but
I know.
Here's my question.
Right now, it's like,
is anybody's dog afraid, like deathly afraid of this wind? Or is my dog the only pansy?
Wind does not affect either one of my dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Rain does.
I mean, you should see him. I feel so bad for him. He looks like a scared little boy standing in the middle of the yard. Every time the wind whips, he's like looking around like something's coming to kill him.
No, my dog, even snow doesn't bother either dog. Thunderstorms don't bother. He could be outside with thunder and lightning.
Oh, yeah.
He
We're
don't
good
give
with
a
that,
damn.
too.
Now, Talia will hide forever for loud noise.
Yeah.
That's the big dog. That was just hilarious to me.
Yeah. A little ironic.
Yeah. So, like, the wind, it doesn't bother them. Rain does. Furious, you have to force to go out in the rain.
Nothing bothers our dog more than wind.
I had to. It's funny you talk about the wind. I looked out my window yesterday. I was cleaning. I was on the floor wiping off Jimmy's play pad or whatever you want to call those things.
Yeah.
They're like, not rubber, but like they're padded.
Yeah. They're like, are they the big, like almost like the puzzle
they fold
pieces?
Out. They like folds out.
So it's like foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays on it. We have hardwood floors.
Easier on the knees.
Easier on the knees for Dad, especially more than him. And I look out and I see this huge white sheet of something, like right in front of my mailbox near Not Daughter's car. Like huge. I'm like, what is that? She had just got home. I was like, was that by your car when you pulled in? She's like, no, I don't know what that is. Being the curious, man I am, I was like, well, I'm going to see. And I walked out and it looked like a huge piece of like wood, like a sign at first. That like, I'm like, where did this come from? And I pick it up and it's styrofoam or padding or something. And our neighbors are getting their deck redone.
Yeah.
So I guess it was something like that. So but I went to pick it up and the wind took it. And when I tell you it was pulling me, she was laughing at me. And then I was like, well, I don't know whose this is, so I'm going to take it up to my garage. I'll just walk it up and I'll just ask around who needs it later. But I'm walking up and the lady goes, is that mine? And I was like, oh, this lady thinks I'm taking her. I was like, yeah, I was just trying to get it out of the wind. She said to the people, they get a new deck in the back. They didn't like weight anything down. It flew over the top of her house.
Oh my gosh.
And landed in the cul-de-sac. Over the top of her house.
Thank God for that cul-de-sac and good neighbors.
That sack comes in handy. I'm telling you. Cul-de-sacs are where it's at, folks. Light traffic. Like, I like that a lot. Like having a kid.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I grew up in an allotment like that, and we had a cul-de-sac just right around the corner where, like, if my mom looked out the kitchen window above the sink, she could see that cul-de-sac. And a couple of our friends had basketball hoops that were like, they put it out on the cul-de-sac so you could use the circle to play.
Oh, yeah.
And it was nice because we really never had to move unless somebody's parent came home from work.
Yeah, I don't think my neighbors would care if I ever did that. We'd find out.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
I don't
seems
think
really
so.
cool
I think
and
it's
groovy.
par for the course now if you live on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah. But, good morning, everybody. What we got for you today? Well, we got some show. We got some music. We got some guests. We got it all. And in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be playing Mashup in Reverse for Sabrina Carpenter tickets. So you can win them, but you're going to have to earn them. You're going to have to listen.
Do the work.
Which is key for radio. So if you've never played Mashup in Reverse, it's a mashup of her songs, but in reverse.
It's clever. Gotta say.
Anyone could do the mashup. But what if you took the mashup and reversed the sound?
Now we're getting crazy.
Holy cow. I hope you could figure that one out. Listen backwards. So we have that for you in the 8 o'clock hour. Also, if it's Thursday, that means Jordan Miller will be joining us around 8:30.
Yep.
And then at 9:15, we got a special guest in the studio.
We do. We're going to talk to Bob from Bob and Pete's Flooring. You guys
gotta
have
go to Bob and Pete.
Happy feet.
That's my first question.
I know.
Who did the jingle?
I need to know.
Who came up with the jingle?
I need to know.
Was it an agency or did you guys come up with it?
Right. Like, is he just sitting at his desk one day? And
when you heard it, were you like, that's a hit?
I know. Because it is a hit.
I'm big on telling people, like, things like that in commercials work.
Oh, they do.
I talk about, like, how some of these jingles and songs or even just sayings you know. If I say Misney, what do you say?
Tim. I'll make him pay.
There you go. Man, male, adult, lawyer.
I gave his first name.
But like, you know, if I say I'll make them pay, you know Tim Misney.
Yes, for sure.
You know it.
I mean, only if you're from Ohio, but yes.
But you know that because
Actually,
the
that's not
advertising.
true. Because my nephew now, like, he's like, oh, he's still doing those. He was up from South Carolina and he saw a billboard and he's like, oh, he's still doing those. He was here last summer.
If I just say to you, nobody.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it?
Wally.
That's right. Because you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I've been sitting here for weeks in my head. You got to go to Bob and Pete.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go to Bob and Pete. I'm like, works for me. Those things work, man. Those little jingles, those catchphrases, they work.
Well,
advertising.
Not only that, like, they've been around for 30 years. So I feel like the jingle combined with the longevity, I mean, everybody's first thought should be Bob and Pete's. For any type of, like, flooring remodel, they also do, like, kitchen countertops and cabinets and all that kind of stuff. He's going to be in studio with us. If you guys have questions for him, text him in. We'll ask him. Like, if you're getting ready to do a home renovation or a remodel or, you know, something like that, or you just have general questions about how you measure countertops or square footage or whatever, I mean, he can do it. So
Damn right you can.
Yep.
We're also live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Good morning.
Hi.
Also, if you're listening on our website, Q92radio.com, hello. Good morning to all of you. A couple texts real quick because it's already 7:12. Good morning, Soapbox Derby Grandma. Good morning, Netflix Binge Girl is with us this morning. I love that you guys played, I believe, in a thing called Love by the Darkness. My husband and I were teenagers when that song came out, and it was our intro song for our wedding reception. While the song, that's awesome. That had to be a fun wedding. That song is amazing. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. White Van Guy and Son of White Van Guy.
Oh, good morning. Have a good day today.
When I hear White Van Guy and Son of White Van Guy, it reminds me of, only because I'm up to date with all the monster trucks now because of Jimmy. There's Gravedigger and there's Son of a Digger. His son.
Oh, that's what it reminds you of?
Yeah.
So it's White Van Guy and Son.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Guy.
it reminds me of Gravedigger and Son of Digger. It's Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Die with a Smile. 7:12. We know Pink Jeep Girl. It's Q92. Final wipe, I always stand.
See?
That's the final wipe. It's not the
But
initial.
why? Because you know that it's the...
I'm a lady and I'm a stander. There's someone who's with you.
Thank you.
A lady and a stander. Let me see here. I'm a sitter going from the back. My husband is a stander. Wow, a male stander. I'm a guy. I stand. I thought only girls did it sitting. We're talking about number 2.
Yeah, we do.
And cleaning yourself.
We do it sitting potty for sure.
That's so interesting to me. Partially standing, LOL. Wipe down and out. When you're standing, how do you spread your cheeks?
You guys, when you act like they don't, like, you can't get in there.
It is an odd angle, Lauren. I don't know what to tell you.
No,
It's an odd angle. Jake,
you guys
am I alone
act
on
like
this?
it's got some type of vacuum seal.
It's not going to be completely closed, but it's going to be a little bit more closed than if you were sitting.
Absolutely. I really think...
I'm sorry you never got over, like, when your mom would go to the restroom with you and be like, all right, and wipe your butt.
I'm sorry. I don't think you're cleaning yourself properly.
Uh-huh.
That's concerning to me.
Coming from you.
I'm just saying.
When you say that you do not use a washcloth, I'm sorry. I will stand on that hill because I cannot believe you don't.
Great. When we're talking about that, you can stand on that hill. This is about pooping and wiping, and you're not doing it correctly. Female sitter, I enjoy a good wet wipe. Oh, they're the best. I look at people who use toilet paper when they're like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I know.
You know my analogy.
It's gross. Don't.
If you had chocolate icing and it was
Okay.
smeared on your kitchen counter, are you taking a dry Bounty and wiping your counter? Or is all the chocolate icing going to come off?
Yes.
No, it's not.
I'm going to use
No,
a
it's
paper
not.
towel, but to clean up that chocolate icing,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get most of it off the counter
What most?
before I go in with something moist. I don't use just,
Right.
Otherwise you're just smearing
And
it around,
then,
smearing it around.
once you use something moist, what magically happens to that counter? It's clean.
Oh my God.
Just like my butt. You love it. Text message random. Christian, anyway, we can call Keller and ask if he's seen Bigfoot out there camping. I don't think he's there yet.
Well, and he's not camping. I mean, he's in the woods, yes, but they're in a great big old cabin, like huge.
They're doing it big. They're going to be drinking, grilling,
Yeah.
tickling, all kinds of funny stuff.
Christian, they're not going to be tickling each other.
We don't know they're not.
That's weird.
Tickling is a...
It's not on the table.
No, we don't know that it's
Maybe he and his wife.
I can see him tickling his friends.
Yeah, I can see him tickling.
Well, it's Keller, so that, yeah.
I can see who's got you? Ooh, you know what I mean? Up behind you.
So he would do that, actually.
Yes, I'm telling you, he's a tickler.
He is.
He's a tickler.
I've seen him do it now that you say that.
I'm not a big tickler. I'm not big into tickling people or being tickled.
Oh, my gosh.
I find tickling very odd,
Yeah.
and it's just strange how it goes from funny to uncomfortable so quick. It's just such a quick flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
You ever see Dane
It does-
Cook's?
Yeah.
Dane Cook's clip on that?
It does get aggressive fast.
I know people get annoyed by Dane Cook, and but he had that bit about tickling. It was very funny, and he was 100% right. What do you say? He goes, starts out fun, ends horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. No, I think anytime I was tickled, like it was like, ha, they're all right.
Yeah. It's true.
Stop. I don't know. Jake, you like being tickled?
No, I do not.
Can't say I blame you. Can't say I blame you. Lauren, tickled?
I don't love it. I don't know the last time I was tickled, though. So my husband would never tickle me
Are you
because
ticklish,
he
though?
hates it. Not like my husband. Like my
I'm
husband,
ticklish.
I can literally like touch his kneecap and he'll.
Yeah, I call that sugar in your knees. Do you have sugar in your knees? And you tickle their knee.
I didn't know there was a name for
Yeah.
it.
Well, there is.
Okay.
If you're in prison. And then, but like I do. My back can be ticklish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that sensitive.
Yeah. My back can be very ticklish. Jake, are you ticklish?
I'm very
You're not-
ticklish, yeah.
You're very ticklish.
Yep.
Lauren, tickle Jake.
No.
I'll wait.
I am not gonna tickle Jake.
I'll wait.
Turn the music up. Not gonna.
All right. What about the AM? You think Sexy Rexy's ticklish or a tickler?
I think he'd punch you if you tried to tickle him. That's my take.
Punch you?
Yeah.
No.
I think he'd be like, "Don't tickle me."
No.
He's definitely a tickler.
He's a tickler.
No.
Yeah.
He's a tickler.
No. I don't think he is.
Clint is not a tickler,
Definitely not.
and I don't think he's ticklish. He would just look at you like, what are you doing?
That or he would have like a
Or you have to pull a microphone out of your ass because
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
How did he do that? Is that tickle? No. But kinda.
As it like echoes through the the mic.
Oh, stop it. Keep going. Stop it. Anyway, tickling. Good morning from Kesha King. I'm realizing March is a lot like my girlfriend. It could be great. It could be awful. You never really know what you're going to get.
It's true. So true.
That's a very, very, very real text that just came in there from the Kesha King who never lets us down. Mustache Master checking in with your weekly reminder. 81 more days till a paid holiday. Oh! You know what? I don't
It's
like
really
your
far
lack
away.
of excitement for our upcoming.
It's really far away. I'm not going to get excited yet.
You remember back when it was in the hundreds?
Yeah.
We're already in the 80s.
Okay, I'm going to get excited. We still have 80 more days after today to wait. Although we are springing forward this weekend.
Turn them clocks ahead. Losing an hour of sleep, you get an hour of daylight. It's going to be light till like 7:30 now.
It's fine.
Let's go. Good morning. Happy Friday Eve from Random Swifty Girl.
Hello.
Good morning, everyone. Q92 rocks.
Oh,
The respiratory guy. Speaking of rock, 10 a.m. today, Lauren.
oh my gosh, you guys. Pre-sale, exclusive pre-sale to see Nickelback. Go over to our Facebook page. I'm going to post it again closer to 10 o'clock. We have an exclusive code where you can snag your tickets before they go on sale to the general public tomorrow. So
Let's go.
if you want to select your seats and get exactly what you want, I would use that pre-sale code and make a move today.
You can buy them before everyone else.
You're welcome.
Just because Q92 loves you that much.
Well, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
And the Pro Football Hall of Fame, along with Q92, together equally love you so much.
Together as friends, we give you a group hug.
I love you together as friends. Not daughter and Jimmy are listening.
Aw, good morning,
Not daughter
guys.
is taking Jimmy to grandma.
Look at her. She's so responsible and nice. She's a healthy man.
She is. She is.
Why are you smirking? Not daughter, he's smirking.
I know her mom bought nachos to make a dinner, and she opened it and had a couple of
Was she aware?
Yeah. Happy Thursday, Aftergirl. Aftergirl checking in. The Happy Feet jingle has a fun story. Bob and his family are my friends. Have a great day, everyone.
Oh, good to know. We got to ask. What the story.
Happy Friday, Junior. Fraudsters are going strong with bank-like text messages. Before you reply, call your local branch. Also, I can't say enough. Please check on your elderly family and friends, especially if they use smart device or computer. Manage your debt. What's the new scam they're doing? The toll one, right?
Yeah, there was in Ohio. There was something about tolls.
There's a fake text. It's a scam about you owe money for a toll.
Yeah, I
do this every day.
You
get a text
Toll.
message. Yeah.
Wow.
How many times you pay?
0.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, that's good. Well, I don't know that they would call you, but we've gotten a letter that we owe a toll, which we kind of expected. We knew that, but it was from another state.
I can see my mom trying to pay that when she hasn't been on the turnpike in 20 years. Well, I must have been honest.
Ours was like accidental. We accidentally went through the Easy Pass line, and like once we realized that we were too far into line, like that there was no attendant there because you were supposed to have a sticker.
Yeah.
But I mean, we know that if you accidentally, they will bill you. Don't worry, they know how to. They know how to get a hold of you. Yeah, they take a picture of your license plate.
Good morning. Happy Friday Eve. Marsh is checking in. Marsh, glad you're with us.
Good morning.
Tolls and debit card purchases are the scam right now, according to bank manager dad. They're going through text.
My daughter got a call. She played the voicemail for me. It was someone that was like, "This is Sergeant da 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 da. You need to call the sheriff's office because we're in the middle of an investigation." It was totally not. It was not our sheriff's office. I
Officer
promise.
Smiley.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Someone sent a screenshot of the text you get. Good morning. Taxi Mom checking in. Happy Friday. Definitely looking forward to Nickelback. Well, then you need to look forward to 10 a.m. when that code goes. And you can, if you're a Q92 listener, can officially go over and buy tickets early.
Yep.
Exclusive to us.
Mm-hmm.
Before you guys got here this morning, someone had texted in about who their hall pass was. Then someone asked, what's everybody's hall pass? Now, if you don't know what a hall pass is,
I do.
it's kind of a gentleman's agreement between a husband and a wife of a celebrity. That if you had the chance to express yourself physically with that person,
Yeah.
it would be allowed because they're
That's
your
still
hall pass.
really gross. I saw what you did there.
Express your love physically.
Oh.
So I got to be honest, I don't know, and I'm not trying to. I'll think, but I'm trying to think who I'd want as my hall pass now in 2025. I feel like yours would be Matthew McConaughey.
Probably Matthew McConaughey, or well, if I wanted to really be like a cougar,
Cougar.
Jacob Elordi's really good looking.
I don't know who the hell is
And he's
Jacob
crazy.
Elordi.
Oh yeah, Google that. Google that.
What's he from?
He's in. Well, the only thing I did not see him in because I heard it was gross was Saltburn. But,
I see him now. He ain't nothing special.
it's really without the beard.
I was gonna say with that beard, he looks like he should be in the Civil War.
Yeah. Well, he just doesn't grow a good beard.
Nice to meet you, Colonel Mustard. That's
But he was
Blue.
in Euphoria.
Okay.
He's been in some movies here and there. I first saw him just because of like a series of movies that like my daughter watched way back.
Now this would be interesting. Jake, I'd love to know yours, and it cannot be Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, it's got to be a real person.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Oh, that was quick.
Wow, he was ready.
Wow.
Well, I used to like Sabrina Carpenter, but now I'm going with Tate McRae.
Oh, you
She's
know
a-
why? You know
She's
why?
a lot more flexible.
She is, isn't
Did
she?
you see that new music video?
Not the whole music video, but I've seen the clips on TikTok. I mean, she does take her foot and put it up to her head, and she's wearing white clothing and not a lot of it. So yeah, and she's a good dancer.
Yeah.
She clearly woke up and
She'll be doing that if she's your hall pass, dancing around.
Growing up, she clearly took tap and jazz. Clearly.
I bet you she lived on a cul-de-sac growing up.
Probably in a cul-de-sac, going to dance, tap and jazz every day. So Tate McRae, I think that is the probably. She's like the sexy pop star now.
Tate McRae?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
like
Gracie
she-
Abrams is really cute.
Cute.
But there's
I said the
don't
sexy
know.
pop star.
Okay.
Cute and sexy are not the same.
They can be.
They could be.
Slutty
they're
and sexy can
similar.
also be the same.
That's
so
what I'm saying. But what I was saying is Tate is, I think, the sexy young pop star right now. But she's not. I don't feel she's taking it to the levels that we saw back in our day, like Britney and remember when Christina Aguilera went dirty?
yes.
Maybe when Miley all of a sudden was
Oh yeah.
like, I don't feel she takes it that far at all.
No.
But she's definitely the sexy young pop star of right now. When you think of the Sabrinas, the
Right.
Tates, I guess the Olivias are in there. Who else is like young that's out now that's like blowing? I guess out of those, you know. Someone's. I see a bunch of them coming in, but I'm going to keep us on time.
Good on you.
Kind of. It's Finger 11. One thing. Remember this one?
I do. You know it from the first chord.
Q92. Thursday last week, my alternator died on the highway on my way to work. Repaired it over the weekend, $650 later. Yesterday, my ambient light sensor goes out in my car, causing a temp reading of negative 40 degrees. So my car's computer will not allow the AC to turn on.
Oh my
Shake my head, and it's 95 out today. Rage room.
That'd make me angry.
Good Lord.
I'd be hangry. Get it? Not hungry and angry. I'd be
Boy,
hot and angry.
That is some car trouble right there.
It really is.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
not fun.
No, it sucks.
I've been coaching my son in every sport for years, and the parents are the worst.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down and STFU. You guys can figure that one out for yourself.
Yes.
If you want to coach, then come coach. That's the way I feel. It's to
Yes.
the point I don't even want to coach anymore. I don't blame you.
I'm telling you, they're having a hard time finding officials and also parent volunteers that will give their time to work with these kids. And because these parents are awful.
Yeah, they don't want to donate their free time
Not only
to
that,
coach, but they want to criticize you and tell you how well they do if they were doing it.
well, and not only that, do you know how many games, basketball, football, whatever it is, I've sat through where the parents just absolutely harass the officials or the umpires or whatever, and it's like, you come do the job. You try and call the
Yep.
game. Like, come on. Those officials that are out, I don't care. Our kid has always been taught, I don't care whether you agree with the call or not. You had better respect the official. If we catch you not, you won't play. Part of playing is respecting your coaches, the coaching staff, your other players, your officials. Come on.
I think you can, but don't be disrespectful. I think you can argue if you don't think the call was
Listen,
right. But don't be
At
disrespectful.
that age, though, it's up to the coach to argue. If the coach really thought it was unfair, he should be walking up to the official going, hey, I really don't think that was blah, blah, blah. But I have literally seen kids scream at officials how bad they suck. Like, to me, it's disgusting.
I would want to do it.
And I would be, I mean, we've seen it, and I've looked right at my son and been like, if that's ever you, I swear to God, you'll never play organized sports ever again. He's like, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to. I'd never ref. I wouldn't even want to coach. I would like to coach, but I wouldn't want to because parents would ruin it.
We had a kid removed from a gym at church screaming at the official like that. And as he's backing out with his mother, who ganked him from the court because she agreed with him, yelling at the ump, he's flicking everybody off as he's backing out of the gym.
Guns a-blazing, huh?
Yes.
Look at that. Heading out.
That was 2 seasons ago. So this is middle school ball.
It's not even school. It's church league?
Yes. This happened at church league. It was awful. I was like, I could not believe my eyes.
And on your favorite live and local station, Q92.
Best morning ever!
7:37 right here on today's hit music. It's Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on the radio, streaming at Q92radio.com. You can watch along on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. Again, follow us on all our social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They're all Q92 Radio. We're at Q92 on X and Q92 Radio Canton on TikTok. Is that right?
Yeah, you
All
got it.
right,
You finally
there we
got
go.
it right.
There we go. So follow us on all the social. We're on Threads too, Q92 Radio. We're on everything. So be sure you follow us, like us, subscribe on all that stuff so you know what's going on with Q92. Don't forget 8 o'clock hour. Jordan Miller from Jordan Miller News will be joining us. We're going to be giving away Sabrina Carpenter tickets. We're going to be playing Mashup in reverse. That's where we put a bunch of her songs together.
Hence the mashup.
And then we play them, though, with the audio in reverse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
So
It's tricky.
you have to listen. You have to call us up and tell us the songs in the order of which they played. All right? Hope that makes sense, because that's how we're giving them away. That's coming up at the 8 o'clock hour. 9 o'clock hour. People from Bob and Pete's are going to be here in studio with us around 9:15.
Yeah, we're going to get to talk to Bob of Bob and Pete's. 30 years in the business. I couldn't think of a better expert if you're in the market for a home remodel, doing your flooring, your countertops, your backsplash, your cabinets, whatever. And you have questions, text him in. We'll make sure to ask Bob when he's in the studio around 9:15.
Text, good morning, Q92 fam. Hope you're all doing good. DJ Dinger is checking in. I'm seeing some of you guys with your hall passes here. Let's see. This actually came from a listener.
I am curious to see who everybody's hall passes are.
right.
Did you say yours?
No, I'm still trying to. I'm really trying to think, because you got to make it count if it's your hall pass.
Right.
I know who it was in the day. I went through a Shakira phase. I was someone, the listener.
Really?
Oh my God! When Shakira first came out, I was like,
I didn't
"Who
know
is
that.
this Latin goddess?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Sweet sassy Molassie. Look at her.
Yeah.
Her dancing."
Well, she can dance.
And by the way, she still looks like she did when she first came on the scene.
She really does. Look at J-Lo, though, too. So she looks pretty good, too. I don't, maybe they have some secret.
Some of these people have the right surgeons, plastic surgeons.
Or they
Some of these go to people and they just ruin their face forever. But some people, maybe that's how they age.
Or maybe it's just something that they do, or just they have better genetics. You know, that Latino blood has better genetics and they age better. I don't know. Could be something to do with that.
Listeners are sending in theirs. Mark Wahlberg is coming in at 1. I can see women with Mark Wahlberg. Absolutely. Matthew McConaughey doesn't wear deodorant. That's known.
It is known, but
I
I've
don't think
never-
that's stopping anybody.
I don't think it is either, and I've never heard like, I was on the red carpet and I hugged Matthew McConaughey and he stunk like B.O. I've never heard that.
But he smelled like man.
Yeah, you don't know. He might not use deodorant. He could use a pumice stone, and that's okay by me.
Pumice stone. There you go.
People use it on their underarms. I think that's what it is, a pumice.
I
or
like
whatever.
that some of these are like unique. Anne Hathaway is mine.
Really?
From Bobby the Kid. She's a beautiful woman.
She's pretty.
Matthew Lillard. I don't know who that is.
Oh, yes, you do. He's from Scream. He's got the really long tongue. Yes, you do. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. What was that? He does it at the...
Oh, now I see who
was
it
it
is.
Can't Hardly Wait?
He was also in the Shaggy movies.
Yes.
The Scooby-Doo movies. That's an interesting one, too. Man, good morning from Sydney. Back to that guy who says March is like a girl. Men are like snow. You never know how many inches you're going to get or how long it's going to last. Tee-hee. Have an awesome Friday. Are you attacking the size of
you
men's
realize
wieners?
she was thinking about this one for a while. She's like, no, wait a second. How can
I got something for you, pal. Two can play this
that
game.
was funny.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let me see here. Good morning, dance teacher Megan. Checking in this morning. Hope everybody has a great day.
Good
Dance
morning.
teacher Megan, do you think Tate McRae's a good dancer? Just curious. Bears making moves. You ready, Christian? Listen, we always win the offseason. I mean, I'm happy. I like the moves I'm seeing, but this is our season of hope. We do it every year. I talk myself every year before the season starts. Like, yep, here we go. And then the game starts. Jason Elordi played Elvis. Oh, in the Priscilla movie. It wasn't in the Priscilla.
Did he?
He wasn't Elvis in the Elvis movie, obviously.
No, that was Austin Butler.
Yeah. Man. I would have to go with Mariah Carey. Even at her age, she's just banging. A Mariah Carey guy.
She has aged well.
Okay. Text, roads are getting bad. 21 north by Doylestown. 8-car accident. Bridge is frozen.
Jeez,
Ooh, that's not
Louise.
good. Oh, there's someone who must have grown up in my era, has good taste. Jessica Alba. But after seeing Shakira perform, I might have to change. I had a huge crush on Jessica Alba.
Really?
I thought she was, yeah. Now you're going back to my era, those 90s, early 2000s girls. Jessica Alba, when she came on the scene. Whoo! Good one there. Great morning, Q92 family from Sam the Toe Man. Just wanted to share Post Officer Wetzel posted on Facebook about his recovery. Yeah, he's doing a lot better.
That's awesome.
He's doing a lot better. So it was a good post to see that he is thanking everybody for all the kind words and stuff. Jennifer Aniston. Timeless, aging very well.
She had great hair. I mean, I don't know that anybody else has had a hair movement next to her.
I had a huge crush on her.
Maybe
with
Kate
Friends.
Goslin. Because she had that. Do you remember that with the swoop and then it was all spiky?
I was a fan. Yeah, I was a big fan of Jennifer Aniston on Friends.
Yeah, I liked it.
I had a crush on her.
I just recently started watching Friends back with my daughter.
Still good.
Yeah, it is.
Still good.
It aged well.
And I also remember about Jennifer Aniston on Friends. A lot of times it must have been cold in the TV studio.
Oh my God.
A lot of
What's
episodes.
wrong with you?
Good morning, everyone. From the Parts Delivery Guy. Hey, Parts Delivery Guy. How are you? Channing Tatum would be my go-to for my hall pass, someone says. 100% with you on Shakira. I might have to stay Shakira.
All right.
It's like
She's a pretty girl.
You got to stay loyal.
Yeah.
And Shakira, ooh, baby, when you dance like that, you know what I mean? Vin Diesel coming in on the text line.
Okay.
Dude, I'm loving the originality and the different tastes people have. We're all over the place, and I love it. Pitbull is someone's hall pass. What? Pitbull.
I mean, everybody has a
Some
type.
people like the bald head. Can't think of her name, but that blonde girl on 90210 likes to sniff armpits.
Jenny Garth?
I had a crush on Jenny Garth on 90210.
Tori Spelling? I don't.
Remember the love triangle with her, Brendan, and Dylan?
I do.
That got ugly.
It did.
Real fast.
I used to have my Peach Pit t-shirt I would wear to school.
The Peach Pit. The Peach
I was
Pit.
probably way too young to be watching all that drama.
Fantastic. We'll get more to your hall pass text because they're all coming in. It's Dua Lipa Illusion on Q92. Nothing but sunshine. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, this is car show weather.
Why is Jake laughing at me?
I'm not.
What are you laughing at?
I don't even know. I'm good.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. So you either are stoic and hate everything, or you're laughing, but you don't know what act.
No, I got nothing.
I look over at the video and he's like, and then he just starts laughing. I'm like, what did I just
video?
do?
You're watching a funny video?
No, I'm just watching the stream. I have nothing on my computer.
Oh boy. Amy said he hit that pen again.
It's a pen, or he's doing shrooms while
I don't know what he's
songs are
doing
playing.
over there.
Unbelievable. And you're going with the hoodie today, huh?
Yeah, it's cold, bro.
Are you on acid?
What is happening? I'm afraid of him.
Have you taken pills?
No, I promise.
What is happening?
Nothing. I don't know.
Take us on your journey. Where we're willing to go with you.
There's no journey. I don't know. I was really tired. I stayed up late last night.
Doing what?
I've been working on this side project for this YouTuber that I've been editing for, and it's caused a couple of stresses throughout the week. And then I just was super tired today, and I don't know. Just right now, I just
become slap happy.
I guess so.
So you were just laughing literally at nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad. I don't even know what the hell to say. I don't. All right. Jake, everybody. That's Jake. He'll be at the car show tonight. Maybe. He can find his way there. You might have to tell him he's there. I was not a very bright teenager, so I did a lot of questionable things when it came to online dating. I'm surprised I'm alive.
I'm glad. I mean, hindsight is 2020.
I will say I always drove separately. Bring money with you for dinner, so there's no, well, I paid for dinner, so you owe me. Pick a place close to your home. Always send a picture of the guy to my friends. Be aware of your surroundings and body language. If something feels off, trust your gut. Leave. I have a code word with my mom. If I felt uncomfortable or unsafe in a situation, I would send my mom the code, and she would text me back with an excuse why I needed to come home. Well, dating sounds awesome. I've had a few bad first dates, LOL. One stands out, LOL. I met this girl out in her neck of the woods. OMG, was it a nightmare. She got hammered, started yelling at everyone, and was just acting a fool. Thank God she ran into a girlfriend, and I left, LOL. I knew she was in good hands, and I wasn't dealing with that, especially on a first date. I'm good.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thing. I'll be getting one of those shortly. So much for bedtime, sexy time.
Well, you can like get it on and then put your CPAP on.
You could. You could. My sleep was disrupted 132 times during the night. Still waiting on my CPAP. I can't wait to be able to sleep through the night and hopefully not fall asleep during the day. That may be something I deal with.
You think?
Especially at work. In meetings.
You guys, he takes some, they're like micro naps. I've never known anybody who can do what he does. Really, truly.
I've made fun of at home all the time by Jamie and not daughter. They'll be like, I could walk by you in the living room. You're asleep.
Yeah.
Sitting up. They're like, I can go to the kitchen, get a glass of water, come back. You're awake and doing something. She's like, in like the time it took me to just go get a cup and come back in the room, you're awake, alert, and doing something.
That is true.
She's like, it makes no sense. She's like,
You guys, he can completely fall asleep during a meeting, and then when it's his turn, he'll be like, and he'll act like nothing was actually happening just before then. Like he'll literally have he's very clever. He pulls his hat down in the front a little bit, and he like acts like he's looking down at like his paper or his phone. And he'll be like, Christian, what do you got? And he'll be like, and I swear to you, he's sleeping. You can kind of tell by the way he breathes, like by the way his shoulders rise and fall. If it's asleep, breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when it's time.
Yeah, he'll be like, and it's sports. And we'll be like, what?
Here's the games we're doing tonight. Here's
He
what we're having
literally
there.
just woke up.
I'm like, yep, all right. I know the routine. Everyone knows the routine of our meeting. Text back. Dance teacher Megan asked if Tate McRae is a good dancer. Yes, Tate McRae is a wonderful dancer. I followed her career for a long time. Speaking of good dancers, I think my hall pass would be Chris Brown.
Oh.
He can certainly dance.
Yes, he can.
What was that one? Oh. I can't remember the words of it.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't. It's not after that riveting rendition.
Did you ever play Shazam? What's wrong with you? Oh, man. Hall passes all over the place. Names I haven't thought of.
You guys,
really.
we got 76 text messages.
Yeah, about hall passes. You know what I mean? Pretty impressive. Dua Lipa got one. I think Dua Lipa's hot.
Yeah.
Justin Hartley or Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, Justin Hartley's cute.
Alan Richson, who plays Reacher. Trust me, look him up.
Alan Richson. I'm looking.
Day shift choo-choo guy checking in. Who turned down the thermostat? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Jonathan Bailey is super sexy, but he's very much into men, LOL. So I pick Channing Tatum for my hall pass. Mia Kunitz. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me see here. Travis Kelce, dead Elvis? Oh, alive Travis Kelce, dead Elvis.
Got it. That makes sense.
That makes sense. Good for you for picking Elvis. Good for you for picking Elvis. Jennifer, Kate Beckinsale. Absolutely. Jenna Dewan, that was Channing Tatum's ex-wife.
Yep.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
She's actually still very pretty. She's aged well.
Oh, man. I get it.
Take your shirt off.
Haley Steinfeld all the way.
Isn't that
Josh Allen?
Yes, fiance.
Yep. Let me see. Selma Hayek. Okay, Selma Hayek. She's very Rihanna, hands down, is your hall pass. Again, they're all over. Henry Cavill, David Beckham, Jensen Ackles.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Days of Our Lives, by the way. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, married to what's her name from One Tree Hill?
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy, Jenny Garth getting a vote, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jordan Brewster, Kevin James.
I love a husky guy with a great smile. That's
there you go.
cute.
Joe Elliott from Def Leppard is someone's. Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds. Boy, Ryan Reynolds having a bad PR year. Thanks to his wife. No comment? Is that something you don't want to speak on?
I feel like he kind of deserves it.
What did he do?
I don't know. I just think he's incredibly arrogant.
Oh, it's his humor. You just don't get his humor.
Obviously not.
But I would say it wasn't a good...
Oh, so you're saying it's my problem. I'm just kidding.
I just don't think he's a bad... Kiss Kiss was that Chris Brown song. Someone figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
The hot dog guy at Home Depot. Someone said it.
Oh my gosh, that sits in the little food truck thingy like outside.
Ooh, Liv Morgan from WWE is someone's hall pass. I wonder if that's my brother that sent that in. Thor. All right, Hemsworth. Britney Spears. Oh, wait a minute. Which Britney Spears do you mean? Like now?
Previous Britney Spears or like...
Yeah. Oops, I Did It Again, Britney Spears, or I'm naked dancing the same dance no matter what music's playing. Britney
and
Spears.
Get me the kitchen knives.
Kip Winger or Tommy Lee just came in.
Wow.
Tommy Lee. I know you like Tommy Lee. You want to talk about 8 inches of snow.
We've all seen that.
Good Lord, that's a blizzard. It's Eminem, Lose Yourself, 7:58. It's Q92. So tough to ask you questions. Do you ever lay down, has anyone ever laid down the gauntlet or had the gauntlet laid down on you of just so you know? It always starts when a girl says, just so you know. You're like, oh, here we go.
I lay that down with my husband on every date night.
but I got a first date.
You're just so you know, when we get home, we're going to bed. I get up really early all week.
So just let me sleep.
I'm just kidding.
Jake, you're a girl laid down the law on a first date and set boundaries immediately before you've even so much as gone out?
No.
No?
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. This is going great. Beer goggles are a real thing. Someone said on the text line. I had a girl once. She was like, just so you know, this is, we're hanging out and I'm going home. I don't do that on the first date with anybody. And I'm like, I didn't even.
But did she back down when you said that to her? Like, well, I just always put it out there because some guys.
Well, she said, like, I say that to everybody.
Okay.
I was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even order a drink yet. Like, what? Like, we just got set.
She wanted to tell you why you were still sober.
I'm like, Jesus. I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. I can tell.
Yeah.
It threw my whole vibe off.
Why? Because you knew you weren't going to get any.
No, I just thought that was a crappy thing to just throw down. Like, I gave off no vibe that I was trying to like.
Is that like the adult version
I don't
of
think
like
I was
when
like, nice to meet you. Look at your boobs. I wasn't like.
Is that like the adult version of like when you take your kids to the store and you'd be like, you're getting nothing on this trip, just
basically,
so you know.
Yeah, my mom would do that. Actually, my mom would lie to me. She would say yes. Go, next time.
Don't even ask.
Next time I will. We have to go next time. But yeah, I remember a girl doing that and it threw me off. We did not go out again, and I want to say it was my decision. Because I was like, I don't.
Interesting.
That pissed me off. I was like, A, I did nothing to give you that vibe. B, why would you be ignorant and just say it so crappily like that?
Yeah, but when you realize, like, I understand that like rubbed you the wrong way, and that's why. But telling the story, it sounds like you never went out with her again because she was like, I'm not putting out.
No, I thought that was a bitchy thing to do. And I thought there was no reason for it. I didn't, like, what did I in any way do other than pick you up and take you to this restaurant that made you, I expect to get laid tonight.
Maybe it was the cologne or something. She thought maybe that was
maybe the curve was working a little too hard that day.
That was your Sex Panther.
Oh. I do remember that. I was like, man, screw you. Who the hell want?
No, you won't.
I was like, I was thinking to myself, you know what? You're right. I am going to take you home after this. That's a very good observation. I hope somebody get a second date from people that don't call or ghost that person they got on a date, and then they call the other person and find the reason they're not calling them back. Listen, I've said this before. I have no problem with ghosting. It does not bother me. If I was ghosted, it doesn't bother. It can be disappointing if I like somebody, but I do not get offended by ghosting.
I've got some news for you.
WDJQ, Canton, Massillon, New Philly. Broadcasting live and worldwide at Q92radio.com with a Jordan Miller news update.
Investigators are searching for answers after a powerful explosion leveled a home in Barberton earlier this week. The blast was felt for blocks on Tuesday evening, damaging nearby homes and scattering debris across the neighborhood. State fire marshals, investigators, and the gas company were on scene Wednesday, with officials reviewing doorbell camera footage for any suspicious activity. The cause of the explosion remains under investigation at this time. Enbridge Gas says its equipment is operating safely and is cooperating with the investigation. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. A Columbiana County man will spend up to 12 years in prison for a fatal crash that killed a Malvern man last year. 27-year-old Dakota Kincaid pleaded guilty to aggravated vehicular homicide and other charges in connection with a March 2024 crash in Augusta Township. Investigators say that Kincaid was intoxicated, nearly 3 times the legal limit, when his vehicle crossed the center line, hitting 71-year-old Patrick Snow's car. A Carroll County judge sentenced Kincaid to 8 to 12 years behind bars. He also received a lifetime driver's license ban and a $2,000 fine. The Department of Veterans Affairs is planning to lay off almost 80,000 employees following a new order from President Donald Trump to cut the federal workforce. A memo that was sent internally from VA Chief of Staff Christopher Sykes outlines a plan to return staffing levels to their 2019 numbers, which require significant cuts. This follows an earlier round of layoffs that targeted probationary employees. The VA has not yet publicly commented on the planned reductions. With your latest Q92 news, I'm Jordan Miller.
Q92. Good morning, everybody. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. I'm hoping you are having a great start to your Thursday morning. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. Now, this hour, we are giving away a pair of tickets to see Sabrina Carpenter at PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. The show is on Friday, October 24th. We're going to be playing Mashup in Reverse. What does that mean? Well, we've taken 4 songs of Sabrina Carpenter. We've mashed them together, but then reversed the audio. They will play backwards. You know, in ancient times, like, remember the vinyl days? They used to think you could hear satanic messaging when you played records backwards.
Oh, I know.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. There were some in particular. What was it? There's one in particular that they always said that if you put the record on.
Was it a Beatles record?
I want to say it was.
I think it was a Beatles record. If you played it backwards, it was something about Satan and
maybe.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
There's a couple. So we're not saying Sabrina's not doing that. We're not trying to do that. Or are we? So you'll listen for that. We're going to play that here in a little bit. You're going to call up and be the first listener to call up and tell us the songs in order.
In order.
Of which you heard them. It's a little mashup. It's called Mashup in Reverse. We haven't done it in a while.
It's a very clever name.
We haven't. You know what it is? It's what it is what I did when I named it.
Are you going to play that song in the background? When we play this game, I always like it when you put Work It in the background.
Work It?
Or not Work It.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Flip it down, that song.
Flip it and reverse it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what she says
Missy
after
Elliott.
that. Yeah. What is it? What's the name of the song? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know if you reverse that, it says what it says before? We showed that. We played that on the show.
Oh, neat.
You didn't know that?
No.
I thought I did that on the show.
Not for me.
I had to have.
No.
Yeah, I think he's done it.
I'm not sure of that.
Jake
I
doesn't-
knew it, and I've.
Yeah,
Maybe you guys have
saw-
private conversations when I'm not around.
I saw a TikTok that said if you reverse it, you find out what she was really saying.
Did
and
you think maybe it happened on a day I wasn't here and Jake was your co-host?
No, I don't think so. I remember being in this seat.
Oh, now
See,
he remembers things.
He doesn't sit there when you're not there. Good morning from Alliance YMCA Childcare. Well, good morning to
Oh,
you guys.
good morning.
Someone else said, heads up, 62 bridges are ice.
Oh, no. Drive careful.
So be careful out there. There's a little bit of snow. We're not going to get any kind of like real snow, but it's enough that it could make the roads a little slick.
Yeah, if you
So
go
just-
vroom, vroom, and it's slick, slick, you go boom, boom.
That should be on a shirt. That should, or at least on some type of child educational video.
Right?
Nothing
Driver's
else.
ed?
Nothing else on PBS at some point. Ah, man. My hall pass, my dental hygienist, she's smoking hot.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
the elbow boob is amazing.
Oh, my God.
That's good.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh, the elbow
Yes!
boob. Well done. The elbow boob. I don't think I've ever had a hot dentist. I mean, my dentist now is a man.
Yeah. I had a pretty good looking chiropractor once.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't even have an appointment with him. My doctor was out and they're like, you could see so and so. I was like, fine. And he walked in and I was like, hi, it's nice to meet you.
Take your shirt off!
Okay. I'm just kidding.
Sounds like it. It's why I'm here, I suppose.
No, you don't need to take your shirt off at the chiropractor.
If you went to Andy Elliott's, you would.
Probably.
Take your shirt off!
And you'd be like, you know what? Your back hurts because you suck.
You have a six-pack. Get out of my store.
Right?
Good morning from Grocery Outlet in Canton. Well, good morning to you guys.
Good morning. Nick was just there.
Love it. Love that you guys are with us. So, all right, so we're going to play that. We're going to play Mashup in Reverse for Sabrina Carpenter tickets coming up here real soon. The second half of the hour, Jordan Miller going to be joining us from Jordan Miller News. He joins us every single Thursday. We'll get caught up with old Jordan Miller and see what he's up to. And in the 9 o'clock hour, around 9:15 or so, we'll be talking to our friends at Bob and Pete's Floors. They're going to be joining us.
I'd have thought maybe he'd let us record the jingle.
We're going to Bob and Pete's.
For happy feet.
Jake, you do it.
Huh?
Sing the
Come
Bob and
on,
Pete
man.
song.
Look alive.
You tired today?
A little bit.
What happened?
No, he looks pretty wide-eyed today. He just doesn't want to do
Wide-eyed?
it. Yeah.
I don't like doing things on command.
See? I told you. It has nothing to do with the rest.
All right. I understand that.
I think our jingle would be amazing.
Bob and Pete's?
Yeah.
You're going to go to Bob and Pete's.
For happy feet.
Like, fire the other people,
We've
man.
got
We
this.
got it. All right. There you go.
Well, we'll have to ask him when he gets here.
Jingle better. You're welcome. It's Billie Eilish. Birds of a Feather. It's Q92.
That's not really a jukebox.
I know, but it was fun. I'll never forget a guy wanted to fight Adam and I at a Buffalo Wild Wings because we kept playing Mambo number 5 over and over.
Gosh.
He wanted to fight us.
Why
physically.
though? Why were you playing that song? That gets stuck in your head, and that's like, were you being a jerk intentionally?
Were we?
Yeah.
It started out, we were just laughing like two little nerds that weren't cool, that had never seen a boob. And we were just
literally
hanging
see
out,
you guys sitting there.
laughing, doing it, having some beers. And I will admit, once we realized someone was being bothered,
You kept doing
we were
it.
like, well, we're going to do it about 10 times more. To the point where he went out to the patio cussing because he knew it was us. He knew it was us.
Probably because you were giggling.
And he said stuff to us, but not to us, if that makes sense.
Like
He's
out
walking
loud,
he's
you
saying
hear
it out
it.
loud, and he meant it at us. I'm not going to lie. He might have been able to take us both. But God bless him and his girlfriend, they were Steelers fans, so I didn't feel as terrible. And they went outside, and they were on the patio the rest of the night.
Well, they got to escape it.
And I'm not going to tell you it wasn't probably annoying. I'm sure it was. But it still makes me laugh. I still think about that guy.
Mambo
I'm
number
like,
5.
he left the bar
Yeah.
just cursing. Like we were in his head building condos.
Well, that song does get in your head. I mean, you can listen to it once and then
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
It's going to be windy again and cold. Our highs in the middle 30s, wind chills in the teens, scattered snow up to an inch during the day. Overnight, partly cloudy, dry, cold. Our low 26. I am RJ Weather from News 5.
$8:22 right here on today's hit music. It's Q92. 8 minutes away from a look at sports. Not to mention, Jordan Miller from Jordan Miller News will be joining us in the second half of the 8 o'clock hour here after that sports break. We got that coming up for you. Bob and Pete's Floors are going to be joining us in studio in the 9 o'clock hour. the 10 o'clock hour at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you guys, listen, Nickelback presale. We have your exclusive access. If you go over to our Facebook page, it's up already. It was posted yesterday, but we will post it again today at 10 a.m. It's good through 10 p.m. tonight. We have an exclusive presale code where you can buy your tickets before they go on sale to the general public. So if you want to be able to select your seat, your section, wherever you want to be, this is your shot to do it before everybody else gets in there and starts buying it up.
9 o'clock hour as well. We have tickets to Stand Up for Them, a live comedy show at the Canton Palace Theater to support the mental health of first responders. It's happening Saturday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. Got to be 18 or older to win those.
Yeah.
We're going to be hooking you up with that in the 9 o'clock hour as well. So a lot to do. But right now, we've been promising you Sabrina Carpenter tickets today. We got them to give away. But we were like, you know what? Caller 10's fun. It gets the job done. This is Sabrina Carpenter. It's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, occasionally we get people and we answer the phone and we're giving away something really huge that we know that a lot of our listeners are going to want. We'll be like, you won. And they'll be like, who? What?
Oh, caller 10, what did I win? I just heard call in and thought I would. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, these are too big.
I'm going to be honest. That is an annoyance to me.
Well, it is to
I'm not
me.
mad. I don't get mad. It's an
No.
annoyance. God love you. You're
Yeah.
listening. You called in.
Maybe that just means they love everything we give away. So no matter what it was, they would have been happy.
A box of farts. Caller number 10 right now wins a box of farts.
And Christian will box it right up for you.
I'll bet you someone would call. Jake, you
No,
think someone would call if I
Christian.
did that?
I think I'd call it just out of curiosity.
See? One
like,
morning.
what would that be?
Yeah, what does that entail? Do they ship the box? Do I have to pick up the box?
I don't think I'd ever even care to know. I'd be like, what is that? Who cares?
I'm telling you, one morning I'm going to do it out of nowhere.
Okay.
All right? And
Hey.
I bet you more than one person calls that number
Better have a price sheet.
trying to win a box of farts.
You need to make a price sheet.
But we're not giving away a box of farts this morning. We're giving away Sabrina Carpenter tickets. Here's how we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right now. So get ready. Start getting your brain ready. Start thinking Sabrina songs, but in reverse. We have a mashup for you. 4 songs of hers played backwards. All right? You're going to have to call us up. Someone's calling right now. They haven't even heard the songs yet.
That's called confidence right there.
Oh, confidence. I don't know how you're going to pull that off, but if you do, God bless you. We're going to play them for you. You have to call us up, and the first person to call us and give us all 4 songs in the order of which they were played, you're going to see Sabrina Carpenter. Pretty simple?
Pretty simple.
Are we good to go?
Let's do it.
All right, everybody. Let's do it right now. Again, these are 4 Sabrina Carpenter songs played. Go.
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on. Something must not be muted in the background. As
The
always.
site, the StreamYard site.
Boom.
Yeah.
There we go. Took care of that. So here we go. 4 songs played in reverse. Hope you're all ready. Turn up your radios. Turn up your speakers.
Tell
Put
the
your phone
kids to
close to your
quiet
ear,
down. Yeah.
and let's see if you guys can figure these 4 songs out. Now,
I'm a Sabrina fan. I had no problem with these, but
okay. So difficulty, you would say
not
4?
difficult.
4 out of 10?
3.
3 out of 10? Should I do it one more time?
Yeah.
One more time. All right, I played it twice. I'm not playing it a third time
No.
unless no one gets it, and I have to come back and play it again.
Yeah.
330-450-9292. First person to call us up and tell us which 4 songs were in that mashup
In order.
In the order of which they were played. You'll go to see Sabrina Carpenter. You will just win the tickets. Let's go. It's Justin Timberlake, JT. It's Love Stoned on Q92. Get back to the mashup in reverse. I'm going to tell you something right now. We took probably 15 phone calls.
I wrote it down. Hold on. 9.
9? I was way off. I said 15. 9 phone calls while that last song played and sports played. No one got it right yet.
Nope.
There is a bit of a stumper in there, but I didn't feel it was that big of a stumper.
It was not that big of a stumper.
And it's the same one everybody's tripping over.
Yeah.
So, these Sabrina Carpenter tickets for Mashup in Reverse are still on the line. As soon as we're done talking with Jordan Miller here, we're about to bring on the show like we talk to every week.
Yep.
We're going to play it one more time for you and see if you guys can figure out Mashup in Reverse, Sabrina Carpenter, which apparently we thought difficulty level was 3. Turns out it's 8.
Or 9.
Or maybe 9. So no one's won those tickets yet. And we're going to play it again in about 10 minutes or so. So be listening. And the tickets, you're sitting there going, oh, I didn't get it.
You still have a shot at them.
Have a shot. So that is coming up here. But it is Thursday. If it's 8:30 on a Thursday, that means we're talking to Jordan Miller from Jordan Miller News. Joins us every week this time on the show. We like to catch up with him and see what he's up to. Talk about things we're talking about show and stuff going on around the world. There we go. Jordan, good morning. How are you? Sporting your Buckeyes gear today.
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're good.
We're hanging in there. We were doing a little radio contest, and it ended up being harder than we anticipated.
I know. I didn't expect this.
We thought we'd have our winner before we even talked to you.
I even said off air, you're like difficulty level, and I'm like 3.
Apparently, we were both wrong.
Yes.
We were both wrong. Then we talked about how, and tell me if you agree with this, Jordan. A little crass, but it's fine.
Oh, Christian.
No, my thing is, because you've done radio before, you understand how it works, and there's contests sometimes, and I think, and every once in a while you get people that call in just because they said call in to win. They don't even know what they're calling in to win. I'm sure you've experienced that or at least seen it.
This is not the crass part. Just buckle up.
What was the statement I made, all right, and bold, was like, I'm telling you right now, we could get on the air one morning and say, caller number 10, you win a box of farts. And the phone would ring.
It might.
Agree?
It might.
Guarantee would ring.
Because you have our friends that play along that just call. We took one of the call in between all of these Sabrina. Someone called and said, oh, I don't know what songs those were. I was calling for the box of farts.
But I'm convinced you could give away anything. I'd be like, a Q92 pen.
Oh, free? Yeah. If it's free, people will be all over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I dare you later in the show to give away a Q92 pen.
Oh, okay. I used to, at my old job in Youngstown.
I want the Q to call to fire.
I might call for that.
There you go. Jordan might get himself a pen. At my old radio job in Youngstown, we used to always broadcast live from the Canfield Fair.
Yeah.
People would walk in. These are fair people, so okay.
Christian.
I'm just saying we can go down that road. But they walk in. I swear to God, there'd be no like, hello, how are you? What do you got? What are you giving away? What can I have? Oh, well, good morning to you.
I've fair people. If these are true fair people that we're talking about, like the ones that are actually there showing, they don't care about.
They're not like that. They don't care about the pens at all. They're very serious.
No, they're there. They're there to
They're there to show. They're there to do.
But they'd walk in. What do you have? Or
you're talking about attendees,
and it's almost like they're mad at you. Like, what do you have? Like, Jesus, calm down, man.
Attendees that showed up on the free evening.
You know what? The funniest interaction I ever had was we had a booth. It was for a senior expo that I was working. And this older gentleman walked up to me and he goes, can I ask you a question? He's like, at what point do we all qualify for butterscotch or Werther's? Why do you think that because we're in our late 70s, that's all we want to eat? Because every table had mints or butterscotch candies on them around the expo.
Yeah, we could.
I was like, you know what? That's fair.
That's a hell of a question.
Those candies that no one has ever bought in the store, but they just magically appear somewhere.
At senior expos, they're everywhere.
And that's something scientists should do research on.
I know.
When do we turn to, you know what I mean? When do most
when do
people
you think
go to Werther's?
I don't deserve a Snickers bar anymore?
Yeah.
I need a Werther's.
When do you make the turn? That's a great question.
It was fair.
Great question. I don't know. I hope I always stay Snickers.
That's the only time I had anybody complain about Chotch.
We're also, listeners brought this up today. We're talking about celebrity hall passes today, Jordan Miller. We're talking about celebrity, and when I tell you the answers were all over.
Oh, Anne Hathaway,
Pitbull, someone's hall pass.
We had 87 text messages about hall passes.
Your celebrity hall pass.
Well, I was reading some of the comments and I saw Eric Decker was thrown in.
Eric Decker was on there. Like
Married to Jesse James.
I really liked the variety that everyone was just all over the board everywhere. I mentioned Shakira. I've always been a fan of Shakira since she first came on the scene. I feel like she's timeless looking.
Yeah, mine was McConaughey.
You were Matthew McConaughey. Who was Jake? Who was yours again?
Tate McRae.
Tate McRae.
Oh,
Tate
McRae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're familiar.
Yes. I'm familiar with her music.
Yeah, her music.
Up there for me is somebody that I'm a big fan of her movies and her shows. Sydney Sweeney.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody mentioned her, and I'm shocked now.
You know what? No one did, and now I'm thinking we all missed the mark.
I think people forgot.
Well, I'm setting a trend. I'm setting a trend out.
There you go.
Yeah, no, you just changed it because now everyone's sitting there going, "Oh, I should have said that."
So here's my question: like, I would absolutely know who my husband's would be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who your wife's would be? Your wife would be?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, probably. Maybe Shamar Moore.
All right.
Can't argue with that too much.
No.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can't argue with that either. I mean, we resemble each other in so many ways. So, it's understandable that's the route that she would go. No, I don't know. I'm sure there's some show she watches that I've never watched that she thinks that the person is so dreamy.
There are two celebrities that I know. If they were around, I'd be and one is, believe it or not, you want to talk about random, Cody Rhodes from WWE.
Really?
She finds Cody Rhodes and then Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I can see Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Is Cody Rhodes before or after Travis Scott busted his eardrum?
How about that? No, did anyone tell him backstage that this isn't real, that you don't really punch a guy as hard as you can in the ear?
My gosh.
The Rock said that Travis Scott wanted to get blood on his hands, and I mean, he sure did.
Oh, he punched Cody. He busted his eardrum, and he has a black eye.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he got a little too into it.
I guess.
There's a way you do that.
Is he upset? I would be mad.
I think Cody understands. I think Cody. Now, in the older days of wrestling, there would be what's called a receipt coming for that. Which means someone would probably do the same to you in the ring.
Right.
For that. But I mean, yeah. But yeah, no, that was, and if you see the video, you're like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it wasn't fake. And that's one of the realest things I've seen in a wrestling ring.
Yeah. I mean,
are you insinuating any of it's fake?
Fake is a bad word. It's not.
I am not getting the professional wrestling fiends coming at me. So,
they're going to be on your social media.
Yeah. I prefer legit. I don't even want to say legit, but like I prefer, the Greco-Roman style, getting down and dirty type wrestling that we're going to see at the state wrestling tournament this weekend, right? That's my cup of wrestling. I used to enjoy WWE and all that stuff when I was, I don't know, 4. But there's some people out there that they are still into that stuff at 35 years old and
nerds.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I didn't say that. So I mean, if you're gonna spend $3,000 for a weekend to get a hotel, airfare, and go watch them, and that's what your enjoyment is, then go out and enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I won't.
And I might judge you for doing it.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. Other people might think it's silly to go to, be a season ticket holder for the NFL or for going to all the Guardians games or going to all the Cavs games, whatever. We all have our own things that we love. And I think if you love it and it doesn't hurt anybody and it brings you joy, why not?
Agreed.
So Jordan, you're covering the wrestling tournaments this weekend?
Yes, it's one of my favorite events every year. Out of everything I go to, everything I cover, state wrestling is one of my favorite events.
Can we talk too about probably in the last maybe we go back a little farther than 5 years ago, but I've noticed, man, the emergence of female wrestling in high school, the emergence and the quality and the growth of the female wrestling side. It's just growing. It's getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, and the thing about girls wrestling is there's some really, really good wrestlers out there that were 4-time state champs, have the potential to be 4-time state champs. But then you also, it's still growing. So some of the people that are wrestling and they've made it to state, maybe they're not state quality. And you know,
because it's new, it's growing.
And I think some of those coaches know. So when we're at state, there's, when it comes to the girls side of things, there's a lot more quicker pins than on the boys end, which is fine if that's how the girls are structured right now because of the discrepancies between some of the wrestlers, and that's what it is. But like, I know the Marsden twins from Alliance,
right?
They're going to be, they'll be there this weekend, and I know that they'll probably have some pins within the first 45 seconds to a minute of some of their matches.
Yeah, it's a huge part. It's a great following, loyal following.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know firsthand how big the crowds are going to be down there.
Yeah, last year there were 66,000 people that came through the Jerome Schottenstein Center just for wrestling last year for over the course of the 3-day weekend, and about 15,000 people stayed and sat through the state championships on Sunday night.
That's awesome. I love to see that support for our youth who are competing at that level. I think it's awesome. I think a lot of these teams too, like you really see it, the school spirit bleed through you. You see a lot of the students go down to cheer on their fellow peers. It's just an exciting time. I was a mat stat, so I understand. I actually like watching wrestling. I think it's fun. Like, I was that nerd girl that, I mean, somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to do it, and there's so much heartbreak. And
there is.
I was talking to a parent on Saturday. I don't know how much time we have left, but I was at Steubenville for districts, and I was talking to a parent, and we were watching some of these officials just blow matches. I mean, they were terrible calls at Steubenville's district over the weekend. And I told him, I said, a loss at districts may be worse than a loss at state, because at least when you're at state, you're already there. When you're at districts and you get hosed by an official,
you don't even get to go.
Yeah, that may prevent you from being able to participate at the state competition, which there's nothing more heartbreaking than the 2020 season. I was at Claymont for districts. I saw all these people qualify for state for the very first time. And then a week later, we shut down because of COVID 5 years ago.
Oh,
and
wow.
that still to this day breaks my heart. For some of these kids that I had covered since junior high, they finally did it. They finally qualified as a senior. And they were unable to compete on the state's biggest stage.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing your coverage from states, and and good luck to everybody that's competing. And if anybody texts on Monday, you heard it here first, where they're like, "Where's Jordan?" I'm covering for you. I got you, because I know it's going to be a late night in Columbus.
Thank you. I call it my state wrestling hangover.
Yes. There you go.
That will hit on Monday. So
yeah, you'll hear Jordan back doing News Tuesday.
There you go. Be sure to check out Jordan Miller News and his social medias for all his pictures and updates. He'll be covering that all weekend long. Jordan, great talking to you as always. Have a great weekend. We'll chat with you next week.
All right. We'll see you then. Bye.
All right. Jordan Miller News. He's the best. He joins us every Thursday. And again, he'll be down there covering the state wrestling tournament. So be sure you follow him on social media, follow his stuff so you can see what's going on. All right. It's time to get back.
Yes, let's do this.
And
play it again?
Mashup in reverse. The Sabrina Carpenter tickets are still on the line. All you got to do, we thought it would be easy. A bunch of calls later, it's not.
Yeah.
330-450-9292. You have to give us the 4 songs we're playing in order of which they played. But the audio's in reverse. Here you go. Here are the 4 songs. All right, that was the mashup in reverse. Time for you guys to call and get it right. Let's go. It's today's hit music. It's Q92.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
It's going to be windy again and cold. Our highs in the middle 30s, wind chills in the teens, scattered snow up to an inch during the day. Overnight, partly cloudy, dry, cold. Our low 26. I am RJ Weather from News 5.
Right now.
All right. What are the 4 songs in order?
Some taste, please, an espresso.
Oh!
Someone finally got it. I thought we'd be playing this game till noon. Oh,
Congratulations. You're headed to see Sabrina Carpenter at PBG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh Friday, October 24th. Girl, just tell everybody your favorite station, hooking you up.
Q92.
I've got some news for you.
WDJQ, Canton, Massillon, New Philly. Broadcasting live and worldwide at Q92Radio.com with a Jordan Miller news update.
Investigators are searching for answers after a powerful explosion leveled a home in Barberton earlier this week. The blast was felt for blocks on Tuesday evening, damaging nearby homes and scattering debris across the neighborhood. State fire marshals, investigators, and the gas company were on scene Wednesday, with officials reviewing doorbell camera footage for any suspicious activity. The cause of the explosion remains under investigation at this time. Enbridge Gas says its equipment is operating safely and is cooperating with the investigation. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. A Columbiana County man will spend up to 12 years in prison for a fatal crash that killed a Malvern man last year. 27-year-old Dakota Kincaid pleaded guilty to aggravated vehicular homicide and other charges in connection with a March 2024 crash in Augusta Township. Investigators say that Kincaid was intoxicated, nearly 3 times the legal limit, when his vehicle crossed the center line, hitting 71-year-old Patrick Snow's car. A Carroll County judge sentenced Kincaid to 8 to 12 years behind bars. He also received a lifetime driver's license ban and a $2,000 fine. The Department of Veterans Affairs is planning to lay off almost 80,000 employees following a new order from President Donald Trump to cut the federal workforce. A memo that was sent internally from VA Chief of Staff Christopher Sykes outlines a plan to return staffing levels to their 2019 numbers, which require significant cuts. This follows an earlier round of layoffs that targeted probationary employees. The VA has not yet publicly commented on the planned reductions. With your latest Q92 news, I'm Jordan Miller.
Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour of the Q92 Morning Show. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio. Streaming audio at Q92radio.com, where you can listen to the station 24/7. We're also live video right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you guys so much for having us on and making us a part of your day. Anyway, you're checking this out. Thank you. You're awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you again to Jordan Miller for joining us this morning like he always does. Good times. Sabrina Carpenter tickets we gave away. That took a second.
That was the time consuming.
Mashup in reverse was
we
out.
Got you guys with thumbs.
For out for vengeance with the game today. So congratulations. Gave those away last hour. Final hour of the morning show. And coming up here in about 10 minutes, we're going to be talking with Bob from Bob and Pete. They're going to be here in studio with us.
Yeah, they are. We're going to be talking to Bob. We're going to be talking about his awesome business that he has. He's been doing this for 30 years, you guys. He's an amazing resource if you have a home remodel in your kitchen or your bathroom, maybe new flooring in your home, and we're going to get to it with him. We've had a couple questions come in about square footage, granite versus quartz. I mean, I've actually had that question before. I can't afford either at this point, but in the future, in the future, we'll definitely be upgrading our countertops, and probably with Bob and Pete. So it'll be coming up, like you said, in about 10 minutes. So if you have questions, text them in 330-269-9292, and we'll get those in front of him.
You can also put them in the comments section on the live video feeds on Facebook, YouTube, or X. So we got that coming up for you. So glad you're with us. It's Teddy Swims and Bad Dreams on Q92. You know, not to be a hater, but I'm a hater. I'm so sick of smash burgers.
Why?
Because people act like they reinvented the wheel.
No, they're just delicious.
Like,
and
smash burgers. You mean you flattened it? No, it's a smash burger. Yeah, you flattened it.
Well, it depends. It depends on what you top it with.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't do like ketchup, mustard, pickle. Like that's not, to us, the smash burger is more like we caramelize onions. We make a special dressing. There's bacon on it, garlic toast. You do flatten the patty. But you know what's good about that is you cook it at a high heat on a flat top, and so it sears it, and they are juicier.
It's a crepe. The burger version of a crepe.
No. What do you want? One of those thick hockey pucks that shrivels up, and it's like, starts out the size of, I don't even know what, like a side plate, and it ends up being the size of less than a hockey puck?
Yes. I love that burger. I love that big, fat, juicy burger. I don't want to.
Well, since you don't eat anything on it, I understand.
Ketchup and mayo.
No lettuce, no tomato, no onion.
No need. I also occasionally like barbecue sauce in a burger.
I've had that. It's good. With like onion straws and...
No, none of that.
Yeah.
I do that.
Like not the candied jalapenos, but the fried jalapenos. They're really good.
I'll do egg on a burger.
I like egg on a burger. We just had the
Thank
sunrise
you. Shout out to
burgers.
George's. That was the first place I ever experienced that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. When I started working here, a bunch of us were out in downtown Canton. We went to George's. Everyone's like, you got to have a burger at George's now that you're in Canton. I was like, okay. Went there, and someone talked me in somehow, me being the picky eater I am, to putting an egg on it, and it was wow.
Have you ever had peanut butter on your burger?
No, that sounds awful.
It's not, though.
And like a prank.
Surprising.
That sounds like a prank.
It's surprising. It's good.
Peanut butter, huh?
Yeah.
Dreams right here on today's hit music Q92. Forecast from Mark Johnson coming up. We're going to be talking to Bob from Bob and Pete's Floors here in a couple minutes. Going to be here live in studio with us. But coming up at 10 o'clock, Lauren, we announced exclusively on the Q92 Morning Show the Concert for Legends being Nickelback coming here to Canton this August, and we have a special exclusive code we're going to be giving out here shortly.
Absolutely. You can head to Facebook or on 10 o'clock at 10 a.m. from 10 a.m. this morning until 10 p.m. tonight. You'll be able to, if you're using our special code, you'll be able to do an exclusive pre-sale. So you can snag those tickets that you really, really, really want before they go on sale and start selling like crazy tomorrow to the general public. So you're going to want to keep an eye on our socials. We'll share that code with you. And then please feel free to share it with your friends. Give it out to whomever you like. If you've got the code, you can buy the tickets today.
There you go. Hooking you up again. It's all coming up here on Q92. Happening. I'll be getting one of those shortly. So much for bedtime, sexy time.
Well, you can like get it on and then put your CPAP on.
You could. You could. My sleep was disrupted 132 times during the night. Still waiting on my CPAP. I can't wait to be able to sleep through the night and hopefully not fall asleep during the day. That may be something I deal with.
You think?
Especially at work. In meetings.
You guys, he takes they're like micro naps. I've never known anybody who can do what he does. Really, truly.
I've made fun of at home all the time by Jamie and not daughter. They'll be like, I could walk by you in the living room. You're asleep.
Yeah.
Sitting up. They're like, I can go to the kitchen, get a glass of water, come back. You're awake and doing something. She's like, in like the time it took me to just go get a cup and come back in the room, you're awake, alert, and doing something.
That is true.
She's like, it makes no sense. She's like,
you guys, he can completely fall asleep during a meeting, and then when it's his turn, he'll be like, and he'll act like nothing was actually happening just before then. Like he'll literally have he's very clever. He pulls his hat down in the front a little bit, and he like acts like he's looking down at like his paper or his phone. And he'll be like, Christian, what do you got? And he'll be like, and I swear to you, he's sleeping. You can kind of tell by the way he breathes, like by the way his shoulders rise and fall. If it's a sleep breathe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when it's time.
Yeah, he'll be like, I did sports. And we'll be like, what?
Here's the games we're doing tonight.
He literally just woke up.
I'm like, yep, all right. I know the routine. Everyone knows the routine of our meeting.
.16 on your Thursday morning. We've got some snow showers in Canton. It's 28 currently.
28 in Canton. I swear it was 60 like yesterday.
It was.
Northeast Ohio in March. You gotta love it.
I know.
All right, here. Again, don't forget that code for Nickelback comes out at 10 a.m. on Q92 Radio on Facebook. Be sure you're ready to go. Be sure you got on there. Like Lauren said, get the tickets you want before anybody else.
Yeah, and if you get it from us, you can pass it around. Give it to your friends. Do what you need to do, but get your tickets so that you can select where you want to sit before the seats start disappearing.
Q92 Radio on Facebook at 10 o'clock. That goes up. All right, we've been singing the jingle since about 5:30 this morning.
We have. It's catchy.
Bob and Pete's Floors, and we've got the Bob from Bob and Pete's Floors here in studio with us to talk for a little while here this morning. Bob, thanks for coming down. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited that you're here.
Before we get into the business, we got to talk about the jingle. Because we were talking about the jingle. We've been talking about the jingle. And I think it's always great. I mentioned this, that advertisers that have they have a slogan or a song or a jingle, I think that always works so well because it's top of mind awareness. And you think and you know the jingle. And then when you're thinking about, I got to get a new floor. I got to do that. Bob and Pete.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the story behind? I just want to know the story behind the jingle. How did it come to be? And did you think it would kind of catch on and be as known as it is?
No, not at first, but it is great because it's funny. Even our employees, if we've got our logoed gear and you're standing in line at the grocery store and they see the logo and they start singing the jingle.
Yes!
I knew it.
So you know it works. So it's just great. When we really started marketing and advertising 25 years ago, the girl that was helping us said, we want to get a jingle. So we had a guy write the jingle, and it was great. He played it for us. We loved it. And then he showed us what the cost of the to get somebody to sing it was going to be, the talent to sing it. We're like, whoa, might be a little out of our budget. So, but I am not musically talented at all, but my wife's side of the family is. So originally my wife and my father-in-law and my sister-in-law sang the jingle. We had to go back and recut a couple parts. So the jingle is actually sung by my wife. She went back and cut all parts. So Marty is singing it, and everybody asked her to sing it on cue, and she will never sing it. But that's, family-owned business, but there's a family touch to it, as my wife is the one singing the jingle.
Literally in every facet, it's family.
I was just
there's a
going to
family
say,
facet.
Anyone listening to this interview, if people bothered her already to sing it, now they're really going to come after her to sing it because they know it's her.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, you're singing, give me the line.
I know. Now I feel bad that we just outed out this family secret that it's her.
I said I wanted to call her live and put her on the air and make her sing it, but she would be immediate divorce. She would not. She'd hang up on it. She wouldn't do that. But
what if we give her tickets?
Maybe one day.
Yeah. What if we give her tickets
she
to a
loves
concert?
Tickets, so that might work.
Can we bribe her?
That's a cool story to know the story behind the jingle.
That's so much fun.
That's actually really cool.
Well, my kids always appreciate it too. This will be the next time we're driving down the road and we hear the commercial go. I'll be like, you know what? That's Bob's wife, Marty.
You know who's saying that?
Yeah.
There you go. So my God, 30 years?
30 years.
Hard to believe.
That's insane. When you started, did you ever envision? I mean, so many people start businesses and we have big dreams, and we know it's never easy to start a business, no matter what it is. But to have a locally owned business that you started yourself, that now 30 years later going strong, I mean, that's got to be a great feeling.
It's hard to believe this is in May will be my 32nd year that we're going to start. So would have never really imagined. Graduated from college, took a job back here locally. I had my business degree. I was just short of my teaching certification. So what I was going to do is go back and teach and coach, and I had the opportunity to work at the store kind of part-time so I could finish that. A year later, I ended up buying it, and here we are 32 years later. So it's been a great opportunity.
To speak to that, we actually just got a text message that said, Bob was my basketball coach in high school. Such a great guy.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I actually started coaching it with my high school coach out of Marlington High School, and then coach out there for several years until I got married and then, started having kids and drifted away. And then I got back into coaching with my daughters as they all went through Perry.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I mean, to be local to the community and then come back and open a business here to serve that community that you kind of grew up in, I think is wonderful. And, I guess one of the things too, we've talked about it earlier today, it's almost time. My husband and I have already had the itch. It's almost time for some spring renovations, right? Because you want to get it done before the weather really gets good, because then you want to start enjoying that you don't have projects to do. So we started asking some questions, and if you don't mind, we did have a couple of questions that came in from listeners that they asked earlier this morning as they're kind of working towards, that spring project completion goal and things like that. I know one of the things, and it kind of made me laugh because my husband and I have done this. How in the world do you calculate square footage to make sure that you buy enough flooring when you're putting in a floor? It never fails. You've got to run back for one more box for like 2 planks.
Cursing the whole way.
That's a great question. Modern technology helps us today with some of our estimating software to figure that out. But basically, it's width times length. And if most things are sold by the square foot today, but there's some companies and areas that still sell it by the square yard. So you just take your square footage and divide it by 9 to get your square yardage. But you usually want to put anywhere from 3 to 10% as a waste factor, depending on the product and the size and the layout of your room. Mm-hmm. And then you always have to buy by box quantity. So that's what gets everybody too. So some are 28 square feet in a box or 32. So you take your square footage and you round it up to what that box quantity would be. So with that formula, you're usually going to be pretty accurate to it. But, a lot of it is going to depend on how much waste you figure. But it's confusing. A room, like a 10 by 10 room is 100 square feet, but like carpet comes 12 foot wide. So you automatically have 120 square feet. So there's always those little calculations that you need to think about, but that's where we can help too. Even we do a lot of do-it-yourself work. So you can do it yourself. We'll come out and measure, help you figure out your square footage, the transitions you need, and all the little details, and help walk you through the installation piece as well.
And I feel like a lot of people forget, like when you're putting in vinyl flooring or you're putting in hardwood or whatever, that you're not going to use an entire plank because you're going to offset it, right? Because you don't want the seams to all line up.
Correct.
Nobody wants that in their house. And I feel like sometimes first timers make that mistake and they're kind of like, oh, no.
No, excellent point, because, and the other thing too is with a lot of these new floors that have locking mechanisms, once you cut a plank, you're done. You can't reuse it. Some you can start another row with, but yeah, there is a large waste factor that goes into some of these products just because of how you install it.
Yeah. I love that you guys you're willing to help DIYers. I mean, they can get the product from you. You can help with the measurements, but they can try their hand at it too. I feel like a lot of times, that's people sometimes don't have huge budgets, but they know that their home needs a facelift. And they can look at you guys as a resource to really guide them through that while still kind of tackling the project themselves, but with a little bit of backup from you guys.
Absolutely. And part of it started through COVID, but we stock, and a lot of people don't realize, we stock 26 different carpets. We stock over 16 different luxury vinyls and click together floors, just because of we're able to buy it better. So we can pass that savings on to you. And then we have it readily available for our installations or for the cash and carry. But yeah, we love to share our knowledge. That's, that education was a part of my background, but it's kind of how we run the store. So we can help educate you on how to install it and making sure you have the right products and guide you through that. Because a lot of people, sometimes it's a matter of saving money, but we just have a lot of really crafted people around here that like to use their hands and want to do it themselves. So we can provide everything from beginning to end from an installation or help you, install it yourself.
Sure. I think there's also a bigger market now, at least it seems to me, than it used to be, of people that are flipping houses.
Yeah.
And so they're buying them and they're coming in, and Bob and Pete's be a great place to come in. I said, if you're looking at it and you're in the middle of a flip, because am I wrong? Like, is that more of a growing market as far as people doing that and coming in, and then, like you said, you got to redo the floors, do the counters, redo all this because you want to make it look as great as it can to resell it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a growing market. It's twofold. I think, from an industry standpoint and us providing professional installation and guiding you through that whole process, the trades are dropping off. So we don't have as many qualified flooring installers as we used to. So you see the manufacturers making a lot more do-it-yourself, easily installed products, which allows that to do it. And then when you've got a project for yourself or flipping a house, those products are great. We find a lot of times they're being installed in the wrong situation. Floating floor has to be very flat, and people just put it over their existing floor. So you see failures with that. So there's a lot of detail that we get into when we come out to measure a job with leveling the floor and using our lasers to make sure it's going to fit into their application. But there is definitely a lot of, growing markets with flipping the house or just a little room. Something, people starting to work from home, they want to maybe change the flooring out so they have their own office. And great opportunity to do that with our stock products.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really good idea to call you guys, especially if it's your first time doing a home renovation and putting in your own flooring, because who wants to spend all of that and make that investment and then find out
that's what I would do.
You kind of got yourself into a little pickle. So, you know, I mean, you don't want to waste money. I mean, we know that that's all precious for everybody. Your budget has to go.
And it kind of goes into the first question about the square footage. You know, years ago, we could return material. Now you can't. You just can't return material to manufacturers. So your measurements need to be accurate. Everything you're purchasing for that job, you need to be accurate. Or with just the cost of freight, getting stuff in today, you forgot that transition or a couple planks short, and you gotta, you're paying the same freight for one box as sometimes you're paying for 30. So so it can get costly, picking up those extra little pieces that you forgot up front.
Yeah. One of the other questions that we had too, and I asked Christian what kind of countertops he had, and he doesn't know, just so you know.
I text the wife. She's in charge of all. She would plan all that.
But it's funny because when I saw this one thing come through too, I was like, this is so funny because I can't tell you how many things I have pinned or saved on house, like, quartz, granite. It's like,
yes,
granite's expensive. They say quartz is a less expensive option. Is it as durable as granite? Like, which is the way to go? Is it better to hold off and wait and make the big investment on granite later down the road? Or is quartz acceptable if you can find the look that you want?
Quartz is a great product, and it's probably 90% of our sales right now in
Really?
countertops. So used to be laminate tops were popular, and granites used to be the expensive tops that you couldn't afford. The cost started to drop, and then quartz kind of came out. So granite's a natural stone. The hardest mineral in granite is quartz. So they pull that out and they mix it with the polymer like an epoxy so it hardens. So a lot of people don't realize with a granite countertop, it's porous. So you need to keep it sealed. If not, a spill or the grease off of a pizza box can absorb into the granite. So you don't want to put it in cooking situations because the germs and stuff can get into the pores of the granite. So quartz is non-porous. So it can be used in prep areas and it's less expensive. All of those products come in a couple different tiers, from like 1 grade to 10 grade. So you'll have different price points, but actually some of the quartz countertops we have today are less expensive than granite, even doing a laminate top. So there's all kinds of different classifications in there, but you can get a really nice stone quartz top, very inexpensive today.
And did not 90%
No kidding.
of your sales is pretty much that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I can't even remember the last time we sold a granite top or
Wow.
a laminate top. But, again, it's always personal choice. Everybody has
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
look.
Everyone's got
Granite
a
being a
style.
natural stone is beautiful, and you get a lot of variation, and that
Sure.
tends to be why we'll sell that. But quartz has some looks that are just, comparable to granite.
Now
Yeah.
I'm curious about as far as flooring. What's the hot as far as sales go for flooring? What is like trendy? What is where things are steering mostly?
We've been doing so much with what we call luxury vinyl. So it's a solid PVC, a 100% waterproof type of floor. So through the years, again, the digital imaging of these products look like real hardwood. We in the showroom, we'll take a piece of real hardwood and our luxury vinyls and put them side by side, and you can't even tell. So when you've got better scratch resistance, moisture resistance, for most people in a living household with kids and pets, they're just, hardwood is beautiful, but all hardwood is softwood is what we like to say, just because it can dent and scratch. So luxury vinyl by far is probably our best selling product. But again, that's morphed into the laminate floors and even the hardwoods that they're trying to make more waterproof to not only compete with the luxury vinyl, but make them more practical in our household today. So there's easier maintenance. And again, you've got such a great styling with these looks that look like the real product.
You said the magic word, Christian. I saw you smile over there and laugh. Pets.
My dog, yeah. Yeah, I was like, what does best with pee? With dog pee? What would you suggest?
He's got an older dog that's starting to
Having some trouble.
Yeah.
We're having some trouble.
It's amazing the technology that's come. You see it in everything we do and touch, but in the flooring, it's come that way too. So in the marketing, and there's so many of our products today that are marketed towards pet friendly. I think one of the best technology that I've seen from like our Shaw carpet is they actually put a waterproof backing on the carpet, so nothing can penetrate through it.
Oh my gosh, that's great because it protects the pad. And
we used to have waterproof of protection on top of the pad, but once it gets through the carpet and the backing, you can still get through. But this backing on the carpet doesn't allow, and people don't realize it doesn't allow dust and dirt as well as moisture. So you get a spill, you get it cleaned off the surface, you're good to go. But there's so many people with allergies today, so it really keeps the dust and dirt to the surface when you vacuum, it comes out, so it keeps the house cleaner. So I think that's one of the biggest technologies. And when people all say, "Tom, I'm going to be back when my pet, passes or goes," I'm like, "No, you can do it right now, and you can protect and get a carpet that's going to last through the later phases of pets when they have more accidents or that new puppy that you just get. We can
For sure.
we can protect against that right now."
That's really
cool. Well, we really appreciate you coming in. You are definitely you.
I learned a lot here in 10 minutes, man.
I know, right?
I learned a lot.
So, but if you, the listener, want to learn more, you can always go to bobandpetesfloors.com. You can also go visit their showroom. And if you'd like to peruse the Home and Garden Show, they're actually going to be at the Home and Garden Show over at the Hall of Fame Village, March 14th and 15th. So you can go and see them. Their showroom is located on Tusk in Canton. So they're very easy to access. You can peruse all of the things that they have to offer. But definitely Home and Garden Show. That way you can kind of see what they bring to the show and chat with somebody there from Bob and Pete's. And we appreciate this conversation today very, very much.
Yeah, and I wanted to point out too before you go that you have flex payment plans as well. So if someone wants to get started on a project, they're thinking, well, I got to save up till I have it all to pay at once. No, you guys will work with them.
Biggest thing that we really talk about, promote, people don't realize. We have flexible payment plans from 6 months, 12 months, 18 and 24 months, all the time, interest free. And then we deal with a couple companies that a lot of people are doing very low APR long term. So we get a lot of projects. We're doing the whole first floor, our custom showers. We can put that and have very affordable a payment. So we've got all that set up for you.
Yeah, we say Bob and Pete's Floors, but Bob and Pete's actually offers so much more than flooring. So, and you mentioned your showers, we talked about kitchen, but cabinets, countertops, flooring, all of that, backsplash.
Yes.
So make sure that if you are considering a spring home remodel or you're doing a renovation in your home, that you check with the experts at Bob and Pete's Floors. They will help you. Even if you want to do the project yourself, they will help guide you so that we don't make mistakes and we can make that budget go as far as possible.
Yeah, Bob, thanks so much for coming in. Interesting talk. I really learned a lot today. I feel like I went to school, man. I like
having me.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you
There
so
go.
much.
Yeah. BobandPetesFloors.com for more information. It's Chapel Roan. It's Good Luck, Babe. It's Q92. Good morning, everyone. parent of the year, me. I'm downstairs with him. I got the door shut so we can't go upstairs because everyone else is doing something, and I'm working, still getting the base set up, doing some cleaning. And because I'm a genius, I had Windex on the floor. So I'm putting together his play pad again because he likes to rip it apart. It's the alphabet one.
Yeah.
Dumbest purchase I ever made. He just loves to rip it apart.
Of course he does.
And I'm OCD about his room being nice, so I put it back together. Constantly, I'm going over the alphabet again.
Yeah.
So I'm over there, bent over, and I look over. He's got the Windex bottle pointed in his mouth with his mouth open, about to squeeze it. And I yell no so loud that I get a text 2 seconds later. What's happening?
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, our son just almost ingested
some Windex.
So I got over and take it off, and he was so pissed that I dared take the Windex off him.
Of course he was.
He wasn't scared that I yelled at him. He was looking at me like, you son of a...
This is the stage where they've gotten a taste of freedom now because they can walk. Like, everything will be rebellion. They don't want to be held. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to feed themselves. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, this was probably my least favorite stage that you're entering.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to, like... you can't turn your back.
Have you done the whole, like, you're holding him and he wants down so bad, like, all of a sudden he just folds? And, like, you're about to drop him. You're like, what are you doing?
He does the thing now where, like he wants... I hold him. He wants down. I put him down. He gets mad.
Yeah. They don't know what they want. They're so confused.
But, yeah, that was my first, like, almost disaster. I turned around. He literally had the Windex.
Good for him that he figured that out. And
Thank God it was locked.
Yeah.
Not that, like, Windex would instantly... But not ideal.
No, he would be okay, I think.
But I got it. Man.
I mean, as long as he didn't drink the whole bottle or anything.
Was there a moment what was a turnaround moment with one of your kids when they were that young, where you turned on and went,
oh, my daughter, for sure. She was like,
Rose, that's APT right here on today's Hit Music Q92. Coming up, we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets to Stand Up for Them. It's a live comedy show at the Canton Palace Theater to support the mental health of first responders. The show is Saturday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. It's 18 and older show, and it's going to be including the headliner, 2024 World Series of Comedy finalist Rob Coleman and comedian extraordinaire G.W. Nell, along with Trevor Scott, Matt King, Leanne Drew Zambrano will be there as well. CantonPalaceTheater.org to buy your tickets. It's going to be a fun night for an amazing cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be sure we do the cue to call here in a little bit. And we'll call number 10. We'll give those away. Great news. Lauren, this might change your feeling on Deshaun Watson. He's helping him out again. What
is
a man.
he, or they're like, this is what we're going to do, and you're going to do it?
In the words of En Vogue, what a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Oh, I'm sure all those 22 women said the same thing.
You don't know.
I don't.
You know what's funny? How come the kicker of the Ravens got accused of the same thing and no one's talking about it?
I've been talking about it. I'm like, what a piece of crap. And this was before Deshaun.
Yeah,
it happened before Deshaun.
Why is that getting no airplay?
No, I agree with you. I think it's wrong.
I'm sorry. I don't like that. Like, we're gonna crucify this guy, and this guy are like, oh well, because we're just like, oh well. Like, he did the same thing. Okay, allegedly.
Come on, man.
Allegedly,
that's a lot of smoke for there not being a fire.
I know, but why don't we care? Maybe and he didn't have a great year last year.
You know what? I think it was shocking when they announced. Oh no, he didn't. You know why? Here's my theory: is because he was crapping his pants all season long because this was going to come out.
He was like, yeah, I know it's coming. I just don't know when it's coming.
He just couldn't get it out of his head. So,
but in case you're wondering, if you're like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Because we didn't tell you yet.
Nope.
Deshaun Watson has yet again restructured his contract, and he has now, thanks to his wonderful deed, has cleared up $35.8 million in cap space just in time for free agency next week. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Deshaun.
He has robbed our organization blind.
You say thank you, Deshaun.
We need more than that back.
You should say thank you. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead, say
nope.
It. Why?
Because I don't like him.
He just gave the Browns $35.8 million.
Did he really have a choice? He has literally it's the paycheck fraud. That's what I call it. Paycheck fraud.
Well, in case you're wondering, he was given a fully guaranteed $230 million deal.
I think he's gonna be
back in 2021.
He hasn't been doing
What?
He hasn't been doing crap for the team. He's been relaxing, having his surgeries in Miami. Come on.
I'm just saying.
No.
But, well, at least it's good news for the Browns going to free agency.
It's great news for our team.
$35.8 million more dollars to spend.
And that's all. It should be more.
Woo!
It will help a little.
He's a good man. Say thank you.
I am not. Oh, did he come to them? If you would have told me this and been like, Deshaun went to the Browns organization, was like,
we don't know that he didn't.
Dear sweet Browns organization, I know you put all of your eggs in one basket, and I know that I royally dumped them all over the ground and broke them everywhere.
Maybe he did. Maybe he said, but you know what, though?
Doubt it.
I think it's time to get more eggs. Here's $35.8 million. It might have been the greatest, nicest, most generous thing ever.
I think it would have made headlines.
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
You do know.
Well, the good news is, like I said, Browns fans, you got $35.8 million to spend next week.
Well, I'm glad for that, but I'm not giving Deshaun props for this one.
Right. Slowly young, messy. Deshaun Watson. It's Q92. Okay. I get that. Has this brought any rage out of you yet, Jake? Or are you still rageless?
No, not yet.
Nothing. Nothing
It
bothers
takes quite
this
a
guy.
bit to get him ruffled.
Yeah, you think something would have pissed him off in the last couple of weeks.
I know.
God almighty.
It's not.
All right, Jake. Must be nice to live in your little world of Zen, huh?
I used to meditate all the time, actually.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. When I was in high school, when I was going through some breakups, I got a guided meditation app. I would do it every morning before my shower.
Like on a yoga mat or like just in bed?
Just on the bathroom floor.
Wait. So, when in high school, at Jackson High School, I hate when you make me stop the music. And you went through.
I love it.
Someone broke up with you.
Yeah.
And your thought was, how do I get through this? And you got a meditation app.
Yep.
And on your bathroom floor, would meditate every morning.
Every morning for like a solid couple months. Yeah.
What would
it taught me things like how to set boundaries, how to like.
I'm glad it worked for you. It was the mental picture of seeing Jake sitting on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, I see like in your bathroom and downward dog and just
No,
like.
I wasn't doing yoga. I was meditating. I had earplugs in. I got earplugs or headphones.
Did you have a salt lamp or anything?
No.
They say that like helps. And
What would you do? Would you like sit Indian style and just close your eyes?
Yep.
Why your bathroom? What's wrong with your bedroom?
I could have done in my bedroom. I don't know. I just always did it before my shower. So I got my clothes, put them in the shower, meditated, and took a shower.
Was the shower on while you were meditating?
I don't think so.
To create a steamy,
Did you
warm
say-
environment?
Because it was only a 5-minute meditation.
I'm trying to like paint a picture. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you say you got out of your clothes then meditated?
No.
Oh, I was like, you were
I got my
nude
clothes
meditating.
I'm hoping that's what you said.
I think I did say that, but I didn't mean that. Like I got my clothes ready, like
And put him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
I was still clothed while I was meditating.
So you would sit Indian style on your cold bathroom floor as opposed to your bedroom.
Yeah, did you put a towel down or
There was a
mat?
rug. There's bathroom rugs.
Okay.
And you would what? Like, would there be like music playing?
Yeah, it has soft, music. It was like guided meditation, so like it would tell you to.
I've
like,
done it with the Calm app, like the breathe in,
Yeah.
hold it, now breathe out through the nose.
Yeah, he would just
know what I
talk to you
mean?
about like, certain things, and it was always like every day was a new lesson or whatever.
Yeah. And usually, like, there's some ocean waves crashing in the background, like some very calming sort of musical or audio stimulation.
Wow, that is.
I tried to use the Calm app. I tried to meditate when I was having my surgery done because they kept me awake for it.
That is.
I wigged out. There was no amount of meditation that could have calmed me down.
And did it help you?
Yeah, it did. It got me through some stuff, and it calmed me down, and I learned some things.
Oh,
Was it like this?
we needed some Enya to back
Sure.
this up. Do you know what this is?
I do not.
It's called Sail Away.
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's actually called Orinoco Flow
Whatever.
by Enya with an E.
Miles wants to know what app you use.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was blue.
Oh, okay, I remember
It
that.
might have been the Calm app, but I don't know if it was.
I love the Calm app. I listen to that every night when I go to bed. Thunderstorms or crickets. Yep.
So the guy would just talk to you?
Yeah.
Like, you're a good person.
Sometimes,
No,
yeah. And
it's
you make you
okay
repeat
to
things.
say
Yeah.
no. Yeah, like
Don't beat yourself up.
it's positive affirmations and like reinforcement to try and like mentally help you understand what you're going through is normal and
You're a winner.
you can handle it.
All right.
I'm proud of you for taking such
Thanks.
mature steps in high school. Seriously.
Just threw me off. Just threw me off for a second. I'm fine. I support it. Just was like, oh.
Did somebody recommend that or you just did that on yourself?
I don't know. I really don't. I remember watching like it was comedy videos and I don't know. It was a YouTube channel of like Charisma on Command. I think it was called. Like,
Charisma on Command.
yeah, and it was like they
That's
taught you how to
fantastic.
like. I don't know. I don't know how I found it. I really don't remember.
I love that though. Taking his own coping skills into his own hands, and I think that's good. Being
Comes right up
proactive.
in YouTube. Charisma on Command comes right up. The best. Oh, is it a podcast?
I don't know. It was years ago. I watched
Maybe
it.
it
Could
wasn't
be
at
now.
that point. Yeah, now it is.
I'm getting a lot of comedy videos when I put that in. I thought it came up, but I'm getting a lot of comedy videos. Find your passion in less than 3 minutes. Oh, how to be funny. How to make them laugh. All right.
Maybe I need to watch this.
How to be the most confident version of yourself.
How to never be boring in a conversation. I get accused of that all the time. Boring storyline.
Hey guys, I found buttons yesterday.
Hey.
Lots of people fall asleep during a meditation. It means they need it. If you don't think you can do it, you really need it. Why don't you still meditate, Jake? Someone wants to know.
I don't know. I just kind of got out of it. I would like to. I want to get back into it. Sure.
True.
That is true.
That is true. All right, there you go. Things you don't know. We've learned a lot in today's show.
We really have.
By the way, could someone look outside? Alien check. More. Let's go. Hey, look, Ma, I made it right here on today's hit music, Q92. All right, we're giving away, like I said, a pair of tickets right now to see Stand Up for Them. It's a live night of comedy at the Canton Palace Theater to support the mental health of first responders on Saturday, March 22nd, 7 p.m. It's an 18 and older show. Again, 2024 World Series of Comedy finalist Rob Coleman, comedian extraordinaire G.W. Nell, Trevor Scott, Matt King, and so much more. Going to be a lot of fun, a great night of laughs, supporting an amazing cause, like I said, to support mental health for first responders. We're giving away a pair of tickets right now. Be caller number 10, 330-450-9292. Caller 10, good luck. Oh my God. We're talking about GPAs this hour because I was just saying how I don't necessarily like the 4.9, 4.8. And I said that I totally admitted that this is a topic that like is old man get off my lawn for me.
Yep.
As we're getting older, we're starting to get those opinions that like are ours now. We don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And there's things as you age that you go, no, it's stupid. I don't like it. It sucks. Get it out of here. That's a topic for me. The people getting over 4.0, not daughter, 4.2 or 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't get it. I was like, congratulations. I'm so glad you're doing well in school. You're awesome. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, you're okay with it?
Yeah. I mean,
Jake has different issues with it
my
than me.
kid benefited from it. She got an
My
academic
daughter
scholarship.
is
Right.
literally benefiting from it right now, getting ready to go to Akron.
Yep.
Absolutely. Some text messages. I think that honor classes are 5 for an A, regular classes 4 for an A. At the end of the day, it's a number. I only graduated 8 years ago, and I feel old listening to this. It wasn't even like this 8 years ago. Imagine if you graduated back in the 1900s.
Right.
Before electricity.
I was the last year of the 1900s, by the way.
Were you?
Yeah.
99?
Yep.
Good for you. Good for you. I was 97. She's doing all the extras and college classes for the dance teacher.
That must be from Megan.
There's a 4.9, yeah. Yep. ZDP Wrench Monkey. I graduated with a 1.42 GPA. Granted, I never planned to go to college, but but I feel like a GPA is pointless unless college is in your future plans. I did, however, score a 98 on my ASVAB, which is the test for enlisting into the military, and can be used as a substitution.
It can.
For the SAT. Is that out of 100?
I'm not sure what the scale is, but I do know you can use your ASVAB score in
98
place of.
sounds great. Sounds great. Let me see. Whoever texted in the tacos, I love the enthusiasm.
Super great.
But we want to take that energy.
Tacos and burritos.
We want to take that energy and we want to transfer it over to Q92's Facebook, YouTube, or X. That's the live video feed, and that's where we're going to pick a finalist from. I just say that because I want you to have a chance to become a finalist. So love it. Love that you're listening. Love you're engaged. Love that you want to become a finalist. But I want you to go do that right now on Facebook, YouTube, or X, just so you have a good chance to become a finalist. I hate how they teach math now to kids. LOL.
Listen, I agree with you. When my kids were in elementary school and like early middle school, I used to have to YouTube the Common Core math methods so I could help them with their homework.
2 plus 2 is 4.
I would show them how to do long division, and my daughter would literally have like nearly a nervous breakdown because she was like, "No, I can't do it that way. I have to show my work. They're going to mark points off."
1 and 1 is 2. How do you know that? Because I added them.
Right. It's because I know.
Show me
this
how you
is
added
true.
them. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2.
Right. Like 1.
Are you satisfied? I guess so. I guess that's Common Core.
Yeah.
Okay, again, let me see here. AP classes are typically 5.0 value classes, and non-AP classes are typically 4.0
there you go.
value classes. Let me see. Yeah, the ZDP Wrench guy said, yeah, he got 98 out of 100.
That's awesome.
Good for you. That's pretty good. My GPA, I don't even think I was at 3. I think I was 2 something, if I'm going to be fully honest. I believe I was a 2.7. I had a little bit of everything on my report cards. I had A's. I had B's. Never failed anything in high school.
Neither did I.
Never failed anything in high school. I did see, not a lot, but there were times there was a D.
How'd that go over at home?
Not well.
Yeah.
Papa Bigglesworth, not a fan.
We're lucky. Our kids have really taken to school. Like even my son, I was a little worried, a little shaky for him, in middle school and stuff because he hated school. Gotcha. But he's doing well. So, and he's on to AP history next year.
What was your GPA when you graduated?
I don't remember, but I know that I got a letter for my Letterman jacket. So it was good.
For academics?
Yeah. It was a genie. It was like a lamp, like a genie lamp.
No!
I reckon it was pretty good.
What'd you play? School. This is my school.
I didn't put it on my phone.
Like a book?
I had it. I could have.
Like a book and a pencil on your...
They still do it. Like both my kids have academic letters.
Following
in their mama's footsteps.
I wonder... He's a 4-year letterman in English. Q92, hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Lacey.
Hey, where are you calling from, Lacey?
From New Philadelphia.
All right, congratulations. You're caller 10, you're the winner.
Awesome, thank you. Is it for the box of farts?
You're the second person to call for the box of farts today, and I love it.
Oh, I was that person. I listened all morning, and then today, just now I got in the car, and you're like, call and be caller number 10. I'm like, no idea what I'm winning. I'm calling.
Well, this one is fantastic. This is called Stand Up For Them. It's a live comedy show at the Canton Palace Theater that's supporting mental health of first responders. It's going to be a hilarious night.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's for a great cause.
That's so exciting. We're going to the Big Lebowski Saturday.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So pencil it in on your calendar. You also have planned Saturday, March 22nd.
Absolutely. We'll be there.
Awesome. Lacey, tell everybody your favorite station making you a winner.
Q92.
There you go. Macy. She thought she was calling for the box of farts. Lacey. She didn't get a box of farts, though.
She didn't. I said before we got off the call, I said, well, I hope you're not too disappointed, but I think I'd take the Stand Up For Them tickets over the box of farts.
Just want to know that 2 listeners called in today.
Yeah, let it be known.
Trying to win the box of farts.
Not only that,
Yes.
you guys were into box of farts, but you were also really into telling us who your hall pass was. I still can't get over 87 text messages about who your hall passes were.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted to share that with you.
Yes.
Hey, you guys can join Nicolina, your midday diva, for an album listening party. You can hear every track from Lady Gaga's new album, Mayhem. That's tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Ooh, nice.
With the diva right after the old school lunch.
Oh, and don't forget today is Downtown with the Diva.
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I'm
She's
wrong.
not here today.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she'll be back tomorrow.
I
though.
did know that.
Yeah.
I did know.
Yeah. So no diva today. But she'll be back tomorrow. She'll be back tomorrow. Way to go, Lauren.
I know.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. At least I had it right. It's Thursday.
No!
I totally knew that too. I mean, like, she's been so good all week. She's like, reminder, if you need me. You know, I mean, and here I am acting a fool.
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
It does. Thanks again to Bob and Pete's Flooring.
Oh,
yeah. Thank
great
you so
times.
much for coming in, Bobby. Wealth of knowledge. If you're considering a spring project, make sure that you make Bob and Pete's Floors your resource. Even if you want to DIY it, they're cool with that. They're going to help you guide you through the process. Make sure you don't get stuck buying way too much flooring for your project or not enough, because that's a problem too. Plus, you can see them at the Home and Garden Show March 14th and 15th over at the Hall of Fame Village in conjunction with Visit Canton.
Hey, Jake.
Oh, he's silenced. Oh, that's right. He had to.
Oh, I didn't mean to
Here,
do
go
that to you,
ahead.
buddy. If you know what, it's okay. The show's over. We can't hear him anyway, so it's okay.
I don't know what's going on.
But Jake would like me to tell you
He loves you.
he loves you and goodbye. It's Lady Gaga, Abracadabra. We'll be back tomorrow, I think. It's Q92.